Hey there, this is Robert Newman. I am the founder of InboundREM, 35-year veteran of marketing and sales, run tons of, at the C-suite level, run tons of marketing for our operations like Sprint and AT&T and MCI, Girls Gone Wild, many other places as well. I've consulted full-time at times in my career. I've consulted part-time throughout my entire career, including right now. And what all of that marketing experience has done is eventually I decided to found an agency that is answering all the things that there was a space in real estate that was just not getting filled. And today what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare us to Luxury Presidents, which is unfair because really there is no comparison. We're two completely different companies with two completely different operational philosophies. However, Luxury Presidents is really blowing up because they have a pretty website. They've gotten very good about varying their pricing, and their marketing message has really been refined. And as a result, they are really like they're taking over to a degree a large percentage of the real estate marketing world. Now, whether or not they're doing what you need them to do is another question. So I decided just to do a drill down. All right, what you're gonna learn in this is what each of these companies does, what the rough price range is, and what your expectation of performance should be from a guy who has consulted with luxury presidents, who knows them very well, who's competed against them, and understands what their products are supposed to do at a deeper level, and certainly understands my own products in the same way. All right, so here we go. Without any further ado, um, pricing ranges for them at this point, it's wildly variable. I think it goes all the way from maybe a $500 setup and a few $100s a month all the way up to $9,000 to $12,000 for a website with many thousands of dollars on the recurring. I think that just depends on whether you're a luxury agent, what kind of marketing do you sign up for. It used to be that they had a $2,500 social media plan, and it was really for just branded agents who already had a huge big list and were looking for some kind of management. Now, what it is currently, I don't know. They've moved to Austin. They're opening up a 13,000 square foot facility. The last time I checked them in 2020, they had nobody in there, nobody at a high level in their SEO department. And now they've got like 3 or 4 guys I was able to identify, along with an AI guy. So they've grown a lot and have a lot of new people as part of their company. So I am uncomfortable trying to answer very specific questions about how their services actually perform. What I can tell all of you from customers who have called me is that there continues to be a disconnect between their sales department and what they're selling and what the end result of their product is. This is a branding website. It will rank you for listings and it'll rank you for your name. It doesn't matter what marketing package you sign up. I've never seen differently. Okay? Never seen anything differently. I have no idea. Let's run through a couple of their case studies. Let's just do marketing. Okay? Design, they're well ahead of the game in. Okay, there's not even a need to look at it. Their team element of their websites are awesome. If you're just looking for a branded brokerage site, you might look here. Marketing is where um, uh, like, okay, an app. We have an app. You can, apps are easy. Branding it to yourself, anybody could do that. But they obviously provided one that probably connected into a nice website, and then they were able to leverage it to get some clients. Smaller budget, big. Okay. It is important for you to realize that the statistics they're even talking in here is engagement and traffic by 80%. So I don't disagree with those numbers. Most likely their engagement did go up and their traffic did go up. Now, these websites are very pretty to look at, and they usually, their property module has actually been degraded from what I used to see. Probably because they can't scale the way that they used to build it. So they've changed it. So it's simplified. It's still pretty, but it's not as unusual and unique as it was originally. So what your expectation is of these websites is really to represent you and your brand well. And whatever they're quoting you makes sense to you, then I strongly recommend that what you're going to do is, if you're looking for a lead response company, which is a different type of website, and that's where the comparison comes in. We are not only a um, uh, like a website, but our focus is on lead generation through storytelling and inbound marketing. And we have had a great deal of success. We've baked in some landing pages and some other things that do generate response, but lately our focus has been on AI and where we're really leading the charge in terms of lead responses when people get calls either off their Google business profile, their YouTube videos, or their profiles. Now that is all connected to a core and centralized website. Okay. In terms of pricing, it just depends on what plan you sign up for, but we are generally speaking going to probably fall slightly below where the average luxury presence client is. Again, it could be anywhere from 500 to 5,000. We range between 2,000 and 6,000 for a website. And I'm going to show you one of our websites. Real estate websites these days is focused on some kind of like large video, and we do the same thing. Okay, and this is one of our lower end website. Okay, to be fair, and where one of the main differences come in is property presentation. They are going to be the hands down winners here. But we also have some lead registration features that I am not sure. I'm not saying they don't. I'm just not sure that they do or don't have. We also bake in a lot. Well, our focus is social proof, and our focus is on social proof that's readable off the website. And the reason for that is really simple. It's a main element when it comes to AI ranking, of which we are having a dominant response from a lot of our clients. You can go onto our channel, you can go onto our website and see some of the customers that we have talking about how many AI calls they're getting. So I really think of myself as a lead generation inbound, like first, inbound marketer second. And the only thing that is different about me than everybody else is I've always been transparent about timeline, about results. I'm meticulously analytical. I definitely get the feeling that Luxury Presence is giving a very broad, very liberal marketing message to everybody who's purchasing their products. So if truth in advertising is an element to you, then you're going to probably want to call us here at InboundREM as opposed to the team there. But if for some reason branding is central to you, or you are a luxury agent with a luxury property, there's no doubt that that site is going to market it better. You're going to have to add layered tools to make it a response site. In other words, you have to do remarketing, retargeting through YouTube. I have no idea if the marketing team over at Luxury Presence is capable of doing that. I would think with how big they've gotten, they can. I do not know pricing. So you'd have to talk to them about pricing. For us, it's about $100 a month. So we can do remarketing, retargeting using listings, connect into the site. Definitely one of the places that we're going to get soundly beaten by Luxury Presence is in the property module section, because we're using IDX Broker as a plugin. So that's another comparison, how our property is being served. We're using a third-party tool. Our tool costs $100. Theirs is baked into the price. So that is something to consider when you're looking at these tools. I'm sure they provide you a rudimentary CRM. We have a Go high level integration that we've customized. It's really called the InboundREM CRM, but I like being transparent. It is important to me. So our tool is the same price as Follow Up Boss. So once again, that's another layered cost, another $100, but all in for tools that would feel like you're doing everything. Website, IDX, lead response, we're about $700 a month for what you're looking at. That's a comparison for all of you. I have no idea how that compares to what you may have called Luxury Presence and gotten in terms of a quote. It is another main difference is that they do not allow you to own your website. The whole point of the way that they're building this company and with their investment that they've got is that, I mean, at some point they're going to probably sell it off. There's only one reason to build a company in the way that they're building it. I mean, they could be throwing off a lot of revenue. They're certainly making a lot of growth strides, but ultimately they are funded by investors, and those investors are probably at some point going to want to see a return on investment. Not in every case, but in a lot of cases, that means selling the company. So, and that happens tremendous amount in real estate, as I've been on record saying a lot. The other thing that we do, and we do better than anybody else, is content. That's what you're looking at. That's why our sites are identified as inbound marketing content-based sites. Okay, that's not what you're buying when you're buying over something at Luxury Presence. All of this interaction that you're looking here, the way the buttons work, the way every single element on my site works, is actually SEO driven. The directions, this is a mobile feature, okay? The map, all right? We are working with tools that really play well with the SEO algorithm, okay? And specifically in this case, this website is designed to rank you for hyperlocal, being a realtor in. Now, I am not saying that Luxury Presence doesn't have some skills in this department. I'm sure that they do. Do they have any product that's focused only on this? Not that I've seen. And that's what you need. Honestly, in my opinion, you 100% need. So I have a team and broker site that looks different than this. And those prices are all different. I have a brand and content site that looks different than this, and they range in price. This is my cheapest product. So it's $2,000 to get into this, and that includes setup for marketing. And you own it. All right. So hopefully you're starting to get a feel for me and Luxury Presence. That's the idea of this video. I just want you to get an overview, in my own opinion, about what the differences are, because I have done a lot of reviews on Luxury Presence as of late. There's a lot of good reasons for that. Okay. They're dominant. They're super taking over everything. And I like to talk about the platforms that are really taking off. They're way more dominant than anybody else right now, like to the tune of 4 or 5 times. So when you scale that fast, pieces tend to fall on the floor, okay, in terms of what you're doing. They also identify as an all-in-one marketing company. They provide everything. So I'm sure that they've got a CRM that they connect into this. Now, whether or not that CRM is very good, or let me rephrase that. Very good is a really bad use of language. Is very efficient or hits the goals or key performance areas that you personally are expecting remains to be seen. That's why I think that customizable tools like Go High Level are the wave of the future. Things where you can add fields in real time, take control of it, have a vendor do it for you, always have a partner in somebody that's customizing your tools. Technology is really amazing. You can literally craft a bespoke marketing system for yourself as long as you have the right partner. And that, I think, is what we are really light years ahead of everybody else in. You want a partner that handles these decentralized tools and partners with you and gets in there and gets good at all of it and helps you own it and control it. There's nobody else. That's it. That's our niche. You're not going to get Luxury Presence or any other company in that field. But if you're just looking for a plug and play with a big company, somebody are always going to pick up the phone, you're not dealing with small company inconsistencies, which happen. Then you are going to want to probably maybe call Luxury Presence and talk to them about their products and services. I think they're a great group of guys. I've had great experiences with every person I've talked over there. I ultimately am only trying to comment on the services as they relate to realtors in general. All right, that's it. Thank you very much. This has been a comparison between InboundREM and Luxury Presence. If you are left with more questions, you're going to want to look in the description of this video, and you're going to want to reach out to me. If you have any comments about this video, let me know. If you've had experiences with this company and you want to add those experiences in the comments, I would deeply appreciate it. It is always super useful for that kind of information to be viewable by the world at large. If you really go out of your way and leave a large comment, I will, if you message me at robert@inboundrem.com, I will do you the courtesy of helping you. I can help you in any number of ways, including looking at a website and analyzing at a very top level, not a deep level, but a very top level, your strategy, give you some advice. Go ahead and leverage me that way. I would love to help in exchange for anybody that leaves or adds value or deeper perspective to the comparison I just ran, to Luxury Presence in general. That's it. All right. Thanks everybody so much. Until the next video, I've been Robert Newman.